sportsnetwork.com. My name is Steve Roberts, alongside my longtime broadcasting friend and former history teacher of mine, Kevin Yale. KJ.
Hi, Steve.
How we doing?
We are at Cecil Young Field in DeKalb High School.
Get the production truck to cue that. There we go.
And
Go on.
the Leo Lions come in with a record of 6-2. It's that last game of the season prior to sectional play. Fighting DeKalb Barons, they're a record of 3-5. DeKalb with victories over Belmont, Huntington North, and Norwell. So we're right about 4 minutes away from kickoff. We're looking at a Northeast 8 conference race that has the potential for that tri-championship.
Yeah, we saw that 2 years ago in the inaugural season of the NE8, the Northeast 8 conference, where Leo, East Noble, and
New Haven
split the crown, if that's even possible. It's a third of the head of each of them got to wear that part of the crown for that year. And we're looking to have the same result as New Haven dropped a big one at East Noble last week, 42-12 or 21, or 42-21. Yes, as the Knights surprised a lot of. I would say a lot of the state, as New Haven came into that game undefeated and ranked number 2 in the state. So, nonetheless, the teams are on the field. We're about to get things going here fairly shortly with a coin toss.
We've had our anthem, and we can give starters. But just before we give starters, just a little bit of a preview. Last week, Leo defeated Columbia City 34-13, while DeKalb defeated Belmont 15-14.
Nice. Edged them out there.
Over the last 30 years, how many times do you think Leo has played DeKalb in football in the last 30 years?
I think we did the first one 2 years ago, so I'm going to say this would be number 2.
This is number 3.
Oh, number 3. Okay.
Yeah,
so we didn't do the first. Well,
so the Northeast State Conference, two times and 2 victories for Leo. They last met last year at Leo about a year ago. The Lions took that game 48-14. And as we said, the Lions with a record of 6-2, 4-game winning streak. DeKalb with a record of 3-5. For Coach Jared Souter, he's in his 12th year at Leo. Last Friday night, Coach Jared Souter and his staff recorded their 100th career victory as a staff collectively. We're very proud of that. Pete Kempf is in his 4th year at DeKalb with a record of 14-23.
So definitely a lot of rebuilding that they are doing and have been doing. And just to talk about. We've only played them. This will be the 3rd time now, right? And again, we did the first one, same spot, same bat time, same bat channel 2 years ago, and here we are again for just 13 miles down the road.
It is the shortest road trip
that we have to
make in Indiana high school sports.
Yeah,
I mean, considering you have to travel to a different county.
We got some booms going there as the Barons are now taking the field
on a senior night.
Yep, they took the time to recognize a majority of the fall and winter athletes before the game here. It's a nice little tribute to them.
See the Barons on the field on their logo D, and that is perhaps the world's largest school flag being displayed right in front of the 50-yard line.
That very well could be. I'm going to go ahead and clear the graphic off there so fans can see what we're looking at.
And we see the DeKalb Baron Band. And it looks like Little Brother Night. Actually, those are the members of the 8th grade band program that are kind of joining in with the band tonight.
As they come out to their school song.
The Lions on the distant sideline wearing that road trip white. The trademark road trip white with the purple helmets.
Won't have any difficulty reading numbers tonight, KJ, as last week was a little troublesome with the visiting Columbia City jerseys. They were white with the gold numbers, and little maroon background. Kind of tough to see white on
very difficult.
Gold.
I know I did the PA, and I know there are always times to guess, but we were guessing a lot as to Columbia City ball carriers and tacklers.
So Ty Castellon, that would be Jason Gauze, as well as Trenton Bonner and Isaac Berghoff come out for the coin toss. For Leo, you got Colin Goebel, Alec Brunson, Donald Hughes, as well as Cole Althouse joining them for the coin toss out there. And if you notice on the shot there, You got the jerseys, the jerseys of Lucas Oberkaiser, number 78, as well as number 34, Derek Padilla, being carried out there by the DeKalb Baron captains. Not to revisit it, but again, they were sadly, suddenly killed in a car accident last year. So they are seniors this evening, and they definitely were recognized on senior night here. It's a pretty emotional game for those guys down there in the silver helmets with the black and red. So we're about to get things started. I didn't see who got the coin toss in the midst of all that, but we'll find out shortly. Take a brief moment here to thank all of our sponsors on the AllenCountyVoice.com and VoiceSportsNetwork.com. We have the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne, Indiana Physical Therapy, Grable Insurance, as always, L&S Alignment, and Marco's Pizza, not to mention the University of St. Francis. Going to bring you the scoreboard that you'll see at the bottom of the screen, if I can get that one going here. Have to call down to Jim in the production truck, get some overlays. And there we have it. So Leo won the toss. They are going to kick off. So we'll have some starters here for you after a boot deep.
Yeah, I think we'll do the DeKalb offensive starters when they begin their possession. See the Lions aligned. Ben Von Gunten ready to kick this thing away.
I don't see Von Gunten. This is going to be left footer.
Oh, it's McCauley. 32 kicking. There we go.
Clayton McCauley. No. This one's taken up the middle that time. That's Colin Goebel. A nice return there. Sorry, it was Carson McCauley. I space names all the time there, and we are underway here in Waterloo, Indiana.
Here is your starting lineup offensively for the DeKalb Barons. Starting at quarterback, number 12, Kyle Dunham. Halfback, Cole Althouse, number 11. Wide receiver, Colin Goebel. Steve said, number 2. Tight end, number 3, Alec Brunson. Wide receiver, 25, Dylan Deller. Fullback is number 1, Eli Rome. And you can see that Dunham's getting them lined up there in the I formation, ready to go. On the line, Tyler Pomeroy, Donald Hughes, Hoyt Stafford, Nick Waters, Jacob Barkley. Once again, coached by Pete Kempf in his 4th year. How's that for a quick lineups?
There you go. And a stop on the play by Castellan at linebacker there. He made the tackle on number 11, Cole Althouse, with his first carry on the first play of the game. A small gain of, we'll say, 1. And for the defense of the Leo Lions, again, they've been playing some pretty lights-out defense lately, holding their opponents to very minimal scores over the last 4-game winning streak. Cover that after this. We have Goebel in motion.
Yeah, play is stopped. Illegal procedure, so you can continue with that line of defense.
That would be Jaden Elwood, number 42 on the defensive line. Joining him is Gavin Heber. Not a small fella, 6 foot, 320. Max Minnick and Christian Hepner round out the defensive line for the Lions. Peyton Wall, Jack Kirsten, G.T. Baker, and Ty Castellan. All linebackers. The secondary consists of Cameron Livingston, a solid sophomore player, go along with Peyton Wall there, as well as Jason Goss and Colton Grahovic in the secondary. So Goebel in motion. It's a handoff underneath that time to Althouse. Not much there. So after the penalty and a couple of short runs, DeKalb finds himself not exactly where they'd like to be starting out this game. We got 3rd and
14.
Quite a bit, yeah. 14 from the 30-yard line. Again, Steve Roberts alongside Kevin Yale. SR and KJ coming at you again from Waterloo.
On Allen County Voice.
.com and the VoiceSportsNetwork.com.
Your home for high school sports, especially the Leo Lions.
Landon Miller drops back, sets up a screen. Nicely done. He got a block on Castellan. And a nice play coming up by Gauze that time to prevent any more damage. It was a It was a good call. Castellan was able to snuff it out, though, but
they got 5 back.
Mm-hmm.
4th and 9. So now a chance for the Lions to show a little speed with that punt return duo. We got Grahovic back and Gauze. Let's see if they'll have a chance to break one here.
Very nice punt, and turns it over. Backs up Gauze, gets almost to the outside, and that's going to pin Leo fairly deep in their own territory. I mean, we talked last week at the Columbia City game, Leo's worst starting position all game was at their own 41-yard line, so they had a pretty good advantage on that end of it.
They'll start at the 24-yard line with their first offensive drive.
That's going to be led by junior quarterback A.J. Restivo. In the backfield with him is Alex Wertman. Alex Wertman of a long line of tough, hard-running Wertmans. In motion. That's Berkeley Yoder. It's going to be a pitch outside to Wertman. Cuts it inside. He's got a couple blocks. Runs over a defender on his way down about the 35-yard line. He's brought down by, I think that was 44 that time.
That would be Justin Niles, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
They're going to give him a first down, Steve. 1 play, 1 first down, 1 Wertman run.
He can chew up the yardage too quick, KJ. You've seen it every game at home. In that classic Mike Bierman style of running that he teaches, don't let your feet stop, and he just doesn't.
His feet stopped that time because there was a whistle
and a flag
and a mistake.
Looked like a little bit of a late flag for a false start, nonetheless. They're going to donate 5 yards back to the DeKalb Barons defense on that one. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line. So again, A.J. Restivo, we talked about Alex Wertman. Jason Gauze, that returned that last punt, is number 2 wide receiver. Trenton Bonner, also a receiver, and Colton Grahovic, another wide receiver. So the fullback that you saw in motion there is Berkeley Yoder. Here's a jet sweep right to Bonner. This is the play they like to do. If he can get to that second level. And he gained a fair chunk of that back, about 9 yards on the play. Should bring up about 2nd and long 6, give or take. Berkeley Yoder as the fullback. The line for the Lions is consisted of Arlen Kuhlman, Kyle Miazga, Isaac Berghoff, Jacob Van Loo, and Tom Bush.
Well, Bonner picked up 4. We're just about at the 8-minute mark of the first quarter. The Lions face 2nd and 6.
Restivo, quick handoff. Nothing going up the middle. Wertman bounces it out, keeps it chopping. Took what was about a loss of 1 and made it a gain of 2. And 3rd down here and about 4 for the Lions.
Really a great night for football, and I would say that sunset right about, if the kickoff was at 7, I think the sunset was at 7:04.
Yeah.
It was really right in our eyes, and there was a lot of glare when we first got here.
Indeed.
We got a great view, and watching the Lions' first drive of the evening.
3 wide receiver, shotgun this time for Restivo. He looks for Grahovic, and they found him. That's a route that he loves to hit, and that's a route that Grahovic loves to run because, well, I'm guessing because he likes to get the ball.
First down, Lions.
Big play that time. I like the play call that time by Coach Souter and the offensive staff of the Lions. Grahovic, a transfer from Concordia High School. The Cadets, or the Cadets if you're from Concordia.
It's pronounced Lion this year. That's all that matters.
That's true. Yeah, Concordia, great success. Won the state title last year. Grahovic was part of that team. Looks to go to him again. And if the pass was on target, that probably would have been a completion for about a first down. But Restivo kind of short-stepped that one, sailed it out of bounds. It's going to be second down. So, again, a big thank you to all the sponsors that help put on the broadcast that you are seeing and listening to right now. Definitely be hearing about them throughout the evening's broadcast, as well as a fair dose of commercials. If you frequent or visit any of the broadcast sponsors mentioned, do let them know you heard about them on The Voice. As Wertman trips up, tackled by the field that time. Short gain.
That time the Lions put Bonner in motion and faked off the jet sweep and gave the ball to Wertman. As you said, he slipped.
Yeah, Bonner is just such a weapon, though, KJ. I mean,
he has to be. He has to be honored by that defense,
right? He has to be accounted for in every play.
Okay, here's your 3rd and 10 situation. The Lions' opening drive of the game. They get across midfield and they don't want to stall.
Restivo's going back on the outside. Here is Bonner. Bonner, a quick move, and he has enough for the first down. A big conversion there, 3rd and 10, and Bonner is the recipient of a Restivo bullet to the flats.
He was wide open near the Leo sideline, too.
Yeah, and he was able to turn it up quick. One of the quickest, probably the quickest guy on our team, or on the Leo team, excuse me, and able to turn it up there for an extra few yards, a couple of yards anyhow, before he's brought out of bounds by a couple of the Baron defenders. So Restivo's going to have a shotgun single back, 3-wide receiver.
Setting things up at the 34-yard line of DeKalb.
Bonner in motion. It's a give this time. Jet sweep looking to cut it up. This is what Bonner loves to do, reverse the field. We've seen this play a few times. A big block that time. And Bonner still drug out about, looked like a little bit of a late hit. And he did get the flag thrown as Bonner was kind of shoestring hobbling out of bounds, and then he got laid into.
So Bonner went jet sweep left. Apparently the airport was closed on the left, so then he went jet sweep right.
Right.
First down yardage and some tack-it-on yardage for the penalty.
Yeah, and that'll be at least half the distance to the goal, or 15 yards most likely. But, yeah, negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full, so he reversed to the right side of the field. And how many times have we seen that this year? If he gets through the first level, he usually has one guy to beat, and if he does, it's gone because there's not anybody catching him. Conversely, if he has nothing there, he is easily reversing the field, and Restivo is a big kid. I mean, he goes 6 foot, 220, something like that.
Okay, they've got
easily
the sticks
lays
moved,
out the blocks,
and the Lions are at the 11.
Wertman. That time brought down by Goebel as well as John Bell and Aiden Friedel.
We are near the 5-minute mark in the first quarter. We're scoreless at Cecil Young Field in Waterloo, Indiana, home of the DeKalb Barons.
On senior night.
Senior night for the Barons.
Restivo shotgun. Second down and 10 from the 11. They can still get a first down before a touchdown. Restivo's flushed out. He's got a man in the end zone, and he was tripped. Kind of incidental contact, but he's going to get that called against him every single time, and that was Peyton Stout. He's the offending party for the Barons that time, as Restivo did a good job of getting out of the pocket and getting his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, making a good throw downfield to the end zone to Gauze.
Will be Leo first down after the step off of yardage.
Going to nestle them right there at the 5 3/8 yard line.
I'd say it's the 5 3/8, Steve. We have an I formation with that fullback in.
Berkeley Yoder. Handoff straight up the field. Gain of maybe 1. And it's going to be about 4-yard line, third down.
A good stop that time by the interior of that Barron defense.
So a little different, just kind of thinking back to the kickoff there, why we didn't see BVG kick it off, and we saw Carson McCauley. Try to get some information from some insiders at halftime for you folks as to what that was about. Maybe he's just giving them a little break.
The Lions can pick up a first down as well as a touchdown. We'll see.
Here's Wertman. And he is swarmed up that time. A great job on defense. I'm going to say the whole Barron line just was able to get great penetration and break through the blocks, thus resulting in a loss of a couple of yards. And now it's going to be 4th and about 5.
Which you would think is a Lion field goal situation. But as you mentioned, Ben Von Gunten did not deliver that opening kickoff.
So we'll see if that has a
number 32
a play.
McCauley did.
Yeah, 4th and 5 from the 6. They can still get a first down getting inside the 1. Yeah, Carson McCauley, the freshman, going to remain on the sidelines. And Restivo under center, single back formation. He's going to throw a floater in the end zone to Grahovic. And he doesn't come down with it. Said he was out of bounds. I mean, he did come down with the catch. It was a nice fade to the end zone corner area. Colton made a great turnaround on the ball as it was in flight. Got his shoulders turned around there. Came down with the ball, but said he was out of bounds. Kind of hard to tell from this vantage point. Have to go with the guy who was standing right there, and a nice defensive stand on a very nice opening drive that chewed up a lot of clock in this first quarter, KJ.
And stalls at the 4-yard line.
And stalls at the 4-yard line. So, yeah, again, great job on defense that time by the Barons. And we'll have to see if that 3-point potential chip shot would have come into play later in the game. Moving a couple guys in motion there, getting them set. It's going to be a handoff. Left side. Small gain that time. Aldhouse. Aldhouse is a 5'9", 155-pound senior, donning the pink socks, as many of the Barons are doing, recognizing and supporting breast cancer awareness for the month of October. Not something you see a lot of in the NFL nowadays, KJ. Handoff again. Here's Aldhouse up the gut. And he does have enough for the first down. Nice run. I take that back. That was not Cole Aldhouse. That's Landon Miller. Just a sophomore, 5'9", $165.
The first down of the night for the DeKalb Barons. They started at the 4-yard line, and they've moved the ball out of the shadows of their own goalpost.
Dunham handoff again. One more time to Miller. So after a pretty poor field position, starting field position off the defensive stand from their own 6-yard line, the Barons have managed to squeeze it out to the 16 after a first down, and now we have second down after a gain of nothing there. Minute 37 left here in the opening stanza. They reset the offensive line, making Leo make adjustments on defense. Quick handoff again. And that was stopped that time, gain of about 1 on the play. Landon Miller again, so.
They're looking at 3rd down and 8.
It'd be interesting, definitely interesting to see the play call here from Coach Pete Kemp. As you have your first down of the game backed up. Now you got some room. 3rd down and a long 8. Let's see what he comes out with. A couple of blockers in the backfield this time. And doing the old shiftaroo again. Dunham's going to pass. He's going to get hit on the blind side, and he did. And a big play down the middle off the fingertips of Colin Goebel. right at about the big D in the middle of the field.
And he was hit as he delivered the ball.
Yeah, he had some blindside pressure that, well, it's blind. You don't know it's coming. So he did a great job of getting it out of there in timing with the receiver, Goebel there. Laid him out, and Goebel made a heck of an effort to come up with that ball. It was just off the tips of his fingers.
And now we've got punt formation.
That would have went for about 30 yards that time.
Once again, Gauze and Bonner with a
bobbled
chance
snap,
to set things up for the Lions.
And the punt actually hit off of a DeKalb Barron. That's Alec Brunson back to kicked it, and Donald Hughes, 6'1", 255, number 59, coming off the field there. It was the back man. Just kind of shanked off him. So not the greatest of punts, not like the bomb he did before on the opening drive for Leo. But nonetheless, Leo's going to start at the 41-yard line.
Great field position for drive number 2. Drive number 1 ended at the DeKalb 4-yard line. DeKalb couldn't do much about it. Couldn't do much with their possession. Now the Lions' turn.
Leo lines up, shotgun, single back, trips on the left side, looking for a quick bubble screen, but it was a fake on that side. Bonner is kind of a decoy. The pitch out to Wortman, and he just keeps on a trucking. That's close to a first down. Going to be a little bit short, it looks like. But celebrating 29 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. They can see you the same day. Just call 260-209-2464. Or visit IndianaPT.com. That's INDIANAPT.com. 23 seconds left here in the first.
Wortman picked up 9. The Lions so close to midfield with 2nd and 1.
And now they do decide to go to Bonner. Gets outside, runs over one guy, and then he's brought down.
He has first down yardage.
By John Bell, number 20. So it's literally the exact same play. Last time they faked that screen and they did the quick pitch out to the right. That time they went with the quick screen to the left, and Bonner does the rest.
Quarter number 1 is over.
Officially.
With no score on the board.
So we will be right back after a brief word from one of these guys.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360.
All right, folks, we are back. About to kick off the second quarter action here from Waterloo, Indiana. Cecil E. I forgot. What's the field? Cecil E.
Young.
How horrible of me.
Young, what you're not anymore.
Well, that's part of what comes with age. Thanks for reminding me. Second quarter on the board, brought to you by the University of St. Francis. Handoff to Wortman. Keeps it trucking. Gets another 3 yards. Gain of about 5 on the play. Going to be 2nd and 5 for the Lions. So you got to give your a tip of the cap to the defense so far. They've done a really good job of limiting the big, huge plays that Leo has exploited other defenses with the last 4 games especially. Bonner inside of the trip formation on the left. We'll see what he does. He drops back for a quick screen. It's a pump fake. He's going to go over the gut, or up the gut rather, and that is Gauze. It was Jason Gauze. A nice designed play. Again, they're running that same trip formation, and on all 3 of the last plays that we've seen, Bonner's doing the old drop back for the fake. That time, Restivo pump fake to him and went down to a post route there by Gauze and picked up the big first down. So Leo is rolling now as they got a little traction here early in the second quarter. Restivo's going to run the option, pitches, and that takes a couple of nice bounces for Workman. And we got a flag on the play in the same neighborhood of that Restivo pitch, usually is a hold, KJ.
Yeah, the speed option right, and the pitch went on the ground. Workman with a great, it bounced right back to him.
Yeah.
But there is a holding penalty. So here's a promising drive where they started at their own 41, cross midfield, and now a setback.
Just as I say, Leo gets rolling. Someone puts a wedge in their tire.
Still first down. It's just that it's 1st and 17.
Get out your 1st and 17 play, KJ. Here we go. Here's Steve-O. Looks down. He's looking for Bonner. He's got him. But overthrew it into the outside, and Bonner was still able to make up most of that distance. The outstretched hand was only off the fingernails. Not even the fingertip. Probably his fingernails. Unless he had a manicure. I'm going to say fingertips.
Very close. Very close. And you asked the coaches to dial up a 1st and 17 play?
I think that was the one they came up with.
It could be similar to a 2nd and 17 play, which is what is needed right now.
I think they're probably going to take a little bit of this with a run here. Jet sweep left. Bonner has a man in a good block downfield. There's your 2nd and 17 play, and it's going to go all the way for 37 yards and a touchdown. A huge play that time, and great blocking downfield by the Leo receivers, obviously as well as the line, and Bonner just did the rest. So Leo on the board first with a big play.
Trenton Bonner. Good for a 37-yard run, but as you said, a lot of help downfield. He patiently picked his way down the field and followed some blocks.
Yeah, kind of Le'Veon Bell'd that one where he just kind of tiptoes around for a minute and then finds the crease and just goes.
Okay, number 32 to kick.
Carson McCauley chips one through, and Leo finishes the job. 7-0. And we'll be right back after a word from the University of St. Francis.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
That is a hefty number of dollars for scholarships that they are seeking applicants for. Again, sf.edu, folks. Get yourself educated. Edumacated, as they say, parts of Indiana. So a good drive that time, which resulted in a jet sweep left for a touchdown, 37 yards from Trent Bonner. And Carson McCauley, freshman, south foot. What is that? I guess
left-legged.
Chips one deep, taken at the 10-yard line. Got some blocking set up. Slipped and fell. That time, that was 22, Lance Barnhart.
So you complimented the Barron defense because they contained Leo in the big play. Can only do that for so long, and the
right.
Lions are the top scoring team in the Northeast State Conference. They've put points on the board this year, if I'm not mistaken, something like 270 points just in conference games. You can check that. But there is no higher scoring team than the Lions.
And it's plays like that. Maybe I have the announcer's jinx for anybody I talk about tonight. It's a design run, and he is brought down. That was Gavin Heber. Grabbed him by the jersey and yanked him backwards, and Heber picks up the sack.
That was a swing move.
And Kyle Dunham, the quarterback, number 12 for the Barons, goes down. They've been doing a pretty good job of getting to him so far. Small loss, if any. It's going to be second, and they'll call it 10. Pistol formation, rather. It's a handoff outside of John Bell, and Leo does a great job again of getting penetration through the defensive line.
And just like that, it's third down.
Yeah, led by Jaden Elwood and Gavin Heber. Of course, Max Minnick and Christian Hepner as well, but those two guys on the inside causing some havoc. And it starts with them, and of course, Minnick and Hepner on the outsides are doing a good job containing as well.
Just under 9 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. The Lions up 7-zip.
3rd and 13. Gauze playing about the first down line. And they're going to talk about it and see what they want to come back with here. On third down, VoiceSportsNetwork.com, AllenCountyVoice.com. Be right back.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
We're back at DeKalb High School with the Lions up 7-0. Reference earlier to the Lions scoring season to date. At kickoff time tonight, the Lions had put 301 points on the scoreboard in all games combined, making them the top scoring team in the Northeast 8 Conference. A full 14 points ahead of those New Haven Bulldogs, who know how to score a few points themselves.
They've been to the end zone a couple of times. Yeah, averaging nearly 38 points a game if you're doing the math. And that pass was thrown to an open Brunson. Alec Brunson, the big tight end. 6'3", $195. It was just over his outstretched fingertip as well that time. And Brunson's going to take a long walk back and give it a boot. Had a bit of a problem on the last snap, did Brunson. Shanked it off the old number 59 back there, but his first punt was pretty glorious, traveling about 50 yards in the air. Nice spiral, turned over real well. That punt was fairly deep that time. Taken by Grahovic, and he is stopped.
A sure-handed Grahovic.
Yeah, definitely.
Caught the ball in a little traffic. And, the Lions started their last drive on the 41. They're starting this one on the 38. Field position is a big factor.
It was kind of odd to see how much time he had back there. It's like
there was no
Brunson,
rush.
Yeah, no rush. Everybody retreated. He literally probably could have taken the ball and just ran the dang thing. Not sure he would have gotten enough for the first down, but might be a point of contention for Coach Souter as Restivo comes out 4 wide set this time. He got Bonner and Grahovic on the near side of the screen. Restivo all day to pass. Throws one just short of Bonner as Bonner had to break it off his route. That's a pass that probably should have been caught. It probably should have been a better throw, too, as a result. But nonetheless, came up a little short. It'll be second down. great job up front by Leo.
Again,
yeah,
we referenced the lack of rush on the punt. There was no pressure on A.J. Restivo that time.
Right.
Your offensive line was doing a job.
So now Lions come out trips on the right. It's going to be an option left. Restivo's going to keep it. Probably shouldn't have kept it, as we have him taken down for a gain of 0. But there is a flag on the far side of the field. As you can see, the flag graphic on your scoreboard, brought to you by the University of St. Francis.
Better yet, you can see the official making the call against the Barons. Looked like a face mask, Steve.
Well, I'm sure that's what Restivo thought, as his face mask would have been the one in question. Incidental.
As his head spun unnecessarily.
Like The Exorcist. On Friday the 13th, folks. Anyways, incidental face mask, only of the 5-yard variety. We have Gauze, Bonner, and that's going to be a false start. So, dueling penalties on either side of the ball.
Yeah, the face mask set the Lions up with a 2nd down and 5.
And the false start gives it right back, KJ.
2nd and 10.
Clock is still a-ticking.
If you're just joining us, I'm sure you can see the graphic on the screen showing the Lions up 7-zip. 7-zip, the result of a 37-yard run by Trenton Bonner. And a PAT by Carson McCauley.
Restivo's pass through the hands that time. It could have been picked off a couple of times. It was through the hands of Nathan Turnbull out there first. Intended for Ryan Gauze. Jason Gauze?
Jason.
Sorry.
Got the right family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm announcing with Matt Roberts tonight.
Yeah, right family. There you go. Well played, sir. Well played. I won't call you Sue. They talk about Johnny Cash songs. The boy named Sue. Anyway, 3rd down. Get out your 3rd and 10 play, folks. Throws outside. Tiptoeing down the sideline.
That is a 1st down.
And that is Peyton McHale.
McHale hauled it in right in front of the Leo bench. Sprinted a few more yards, but we couldn't quite tell where he went out of bounds.
And we talked a minute ago, KJ, about the rush, the defensive pass rush and maybe the pressure on the opponent. Kind of optional so far. Restivo had a ton of time to go through his progressions. They lined up Bonner and Grahovic on the near side of the field, which they do this time. I think that freed up. Oh, here's Wortman again up the gut. He's not going to stop running. You got to get your whole Baron defense to tackle him. That's pretty much what happened there.
And that's the best run of the night so far for Wortman. He took it from the Lion 47. I'm sorry, he took it from the Baron 47 to the 34. 13-yard burst that time.
Yeah, as I said, the time that Restivo had and the way they set up the offense was exactly what led to the McHale 1st down there on 3rd down the play before. And now you have another chunky rush there by Mr. Wortman. Leo's back in business inside the 35. Bonner in motion, goes out behind. It's a fake pitch, a fake handoff and a pitch to Bonner. He ran to the far side of the field, brought down by his jersey, popped right back up. No whistle was blown, so he ran it a little bit more. It was a little bit odd there.
We can see the spot just at the 30. The final Friday night of regular season play.
Indeed. And for the first time in many a year, we will not, unfortunately, be able to bring you any of the broadcasts, or coverage, rather, of the sectional games. That pass is out to Gauze. They're going to say it's a catch. Yeah, at the naked eye, kind of looked like he had a little skip and catch. But they do give him the reception, a first down for Leo. A big play that time by Gauze.
You were mentioning no coverage of sectional play on Voice Network.
Yes, sir. The IHSAA coverage will have to be seen in person.
Or through other media.
Bonner on the outside sweep, trying to get to the outside, and does. Looked like a little horse collar there, but they didn't see that as a viable call.
Oh, good stop by the Barron defense. The fans directly beneath us, very appreciative of that. How about a 2nd and 13 from the 22?
Yeah, they have to get to and goal to make it a first down. And we'll see what they draw up this time.
And we're near the 5-minute mark. As we said, the Lions up 7-0. The graphic on your screen is correct.
Restivo, he's going to look for Gauze over the middle. He's got him inside the 5. A nice play that time. Getting plenty of time for Restivo to let the play develop as Gauze ran a deep post and caught it over the middle. A big first down for Leo. First and goal from the 5. We got 4:56 on the clock. And counting. So yes, to say the least, this will be the final football broadcast of 2017 for the Voice Sports Network and AllenCountyVoice.com. It's been my pleasure to bring you the games.
And you've had some help. Paul Newberg along the way, Andy Carey.
Yep.
Your brother, Matt Roberts.
No, he didn't step in this year.
Okay.
No. That was one game last year against Huntington North, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, it's always fun. Of course, I'm not a professional. I try to be as professional as possible, but just a way for myself, as my counterparts, all the moving parts that are the counterparts, get to just sit here, watch football, and talk football. And bring you a game to your mobile device or whatever you're watching it on if you can't make it out here. I tell you what, if you could make it out here tonight, there's probably not a better night to watch a football game as far as weather is concerned.
Okay, and goal.
Wortman, and he is stopped dead in his tracks that time. A big hit by Landon Miller.
It brings up 3rd and goal from the 3.
So a little deja vu from the opening drive. Leo gets to the and goal. Stutter. Hopefully not stop if you're a Lion fan. Brings up 3rd down again. 9 feet to pay dirt. And they're bringing in the fullback, I formation. Berkeley Yoder is a fullback. There's Steve-O. It's a play action. It's a pitch to Bonner, and he can walk that one in, folks. A nice play for the Leo touchdown. A little end around after the play action, and that was everything that made sense for that situation, and that play was about as good of a call as you could call right there as Bonner walks it in and brings on Carson McCauley.
Well, there's certainly a cameraman penalty there because I went right as Bonner went left.
And I'm not sure if that was tipped or just
failed.
Carson McCauley unable to convert, and Leo on top 13-0. Be right back on the VoiceSportsNetwork.com.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
All right.
Here are the Lions up 13-0. McCauley getting ready to kick. We are just under 3 minutes. It's 2 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in quarter number 2 from Cecil Young Field, home of DeKalb.
And I tell you what, Carson McCauley has got a big leg on him, too. He's only going to keep growing, I have a feeling, and progressing in his kicking game. Boots that one down there. It's going to be about the 13-yard line. It's a return this time. Almost a block in the back. He's got some room looking to get to the outside, and it was a block in the back. The Barons are Baron faithful, as you can hear, clapping it up for a nice run that time by Lance Barnhart, but it is going to come back due to a block in the back right around the 27-yard line. So from that penalty, you're going to be flirting with inside the 20. They're going to walk that one off. That's going to take a little wind out of the sail and definitely negate the Barnhart return.
See the official right at the 30, doing his step off.
They're going to mark it at the old 20 as if it were a mere touchback. No harm, no foul.
For the Barons, can we get on the scoreboard by halftime?
Got 2 minutes and 48 seconds to do that, KJ. We'll see what they come out with. Pistol formation. Dunham. Hands off, up the gut. A nice job. It's a run by Miller. He was hit pretty hard in the gap there by Ty Castellan. Castellan's a pretty great open field tackler, as well as obviously interior tackler, but as you saw there, his senior year, 6 feet 1 inches, $180. Kyle Dunham again. He's going to look over the right side. The Livingston fell down. Was able to get the completion. Not sure if he had enough for the first down. Looks like it's going to be enough, and that'll move the chains. A nice play that time. Little pitch and catch to Dylan Deller. He goes 5'11". Just a junior. He'll be back next year. This Barron team, KJ, in general, is a pretty young team overall. Not a lot of seniors. Obviously sophomores and juniors. So they have a lot of time to get better, or even better. There's Brunson on the right side.
And they are building. We've got 3 quality conference wins this year.
Absolutely.
Taking out that Huntington North, that Norwell, and that and that Belmont team.
So we got second down and 8, minute 20 seconds left. Barron's 2 timeouts left. If they don't complete a pass here, if they do, they're going to call a timeout most likely. A nice job running that time. Minute 8. They didn't get the first down. They're going to go on the ball. I'm not sure why you don't call a timeout right here, to be perfectly honest with you.
And that clock is moving. We're under 55 seconds.
Handoff up the gut. Enough for the first down. That'll stop the clock. 51 seconds, and that was Cole Althouse up the gut. Take that back, Landon Miller. Looks to the outside, and the turf monster getting the best. Jack Kirsten that time. So they're running their 2-minute offense pretty well as 11 seconds burn off there. They do have, again, 2 timeouts left. We got 40.9 seconds left here in the opening half. Ball on the 45-yard line. And Landon Miller trying to orchestrate some points for the end of this quarter. And that was tipped, and it was right into the hands of Gauze. And Gauze cuts it up, makes a guy miss. Kirsten with a block on the outside. A nice return that time by Jason Gauze. And the Lions come up with a big defensive stop off the outstretched hands of the Barons receiver. I couldn't tell you the number this particular moment in time. But it was a nice job of giving Landon Miller, Kyle Dunham, enough time to pass that time. He had all the time in the world and threw a little bit behind the receiver, stuck an arm out there, and Gauze is in the right place, right time for the interception.
28 seconds remain, and the Lions are at the Baron 36.
Now it's about time to take a shot here. Through the hands, and that was intended for Livingston. I'd take that back. That's Trent Bonner. Bonner's usually a pretty sure-handed receiver, as well as obviously running back, but a little too much mustard on that one by Restivo.
And it only used 4 seconds.
Gauze is going to bring the play in. Single back again. Here's Wertman in the backfield. Restivo is going to go again, and here is Peyton. No. Yes, Peyton McHale. A nice deep out that time. Caught it in space. Clock stopped at 16.8 seconds left here in the second quarter. Spotted at the 22-yard line. Restivo and company are going to get at least 2, probably 3 more shots at a score before halftime. Restivo going through his progressions, nobody home. He decides to run it, and he is going to get out of bounds. They do stop the clock, 6.8 seconds left. He gained a little bit on the play, inside the 20, I believe. He had to run himself about 20 yards to the sideline.
And this would be your field goal opportunity. We'll have to see how Coach Souter wants to take a shot at the end zone. Try the field goal with young McCauley. They're huddled up over on that sideline.
Well, you still have 2 timeouts. So in theory, you could take 1 shot at the end zone. 20-yard line, you can do that inside of 6 seconds, I think, right? If the pass is incomplete, you still got enough time. Clock's already stopped. Try yourself a 37-yard field goal, 36 or so, give or take. We'll see what he decides to do. It'll be a little odd after this year when BVG is no longer a Lion. Now we have to come up with something catchy for Carson McCauley. I don't know. I'll have to work on something, I guess. They reset the clock to 7 seconds exactly, so from 6.2, I think it was, now up to 7. So the additional 0.8 seconds.
They're still adjusting the time.
Yeah, we hear him on the other side of the wall here.
Call up to the press box.
Talking about 7.7 seconds, which I think is what they're going to try to. And there it is. So 7.7 seconds. So a full second and a half added to the clock. So if they go with the old formula, take a shot and see how it happens. They do, and that's underthrown and picked off in the end zone. A huge play that time. That's Peyton Stout. Number 14, Peyton Stout with a big interception for the Barons. So it was a little underthrown, well covered. Absolutely well covered that time was the Lion receiver. And Peyton Stout comes up with a huge ball. See if they try some sort of Hail Mary trickery or looks like a victory formation. He's just going to take a knee and take it to the halftime, and that'll do it here for the first half action from Waterloo, Indiana. Cecil E. Young Field as the halftime score now. Updated. 13 for Leo and Dekalb yet to get on the boards. TheVoiceSportsNetwork.com and AllenCountyVoice.com. Thank you for watching this broadcast. We'll be back after a little bit of halftime commercial play with some stats here from Waterloo.
Hi, this is Dale from The Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh, roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat for North Main and inside Walmart.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics. Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics. Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
TW Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. TW Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
We are back at DeKalb High School as halftime is wrapping up. We've got just about 2 minutes before play resumes. You're listening to the Voice Network. I'm Kevin Yale along with Steve Roberts. The Leo Lions clinging to a 13-zip lead here at the half. Steve, what'd you think of that first half?
Wow. I mean, I didn't expect exactly DeKalb to come out with as stout as a defense as they showed. Leo was able to take advantage of a couple of penalties that they turned into some points there. Had a big play by Trenton Bonner, 37-yard touchdown run on a jet sweep left. And the lead would have been further expanded if it were not for a Peyton Stout interception on a long third down. Or excuse me, it was a 20-yard line. It was with 6 seconds, 7.7, take that back, left in the first half. Leo took a shot at the end zone, figuring they would either get a touchdown or an incomplete pass, which are the 2 most likely scenarios. It was the third. It was the third one. Yeah. So as they were attempting to potentially set up a field goal if that didn't work out, turns out Stout had other things in mind and it made a great play for DeKalb.
The Lions up 13-0, 2 Trenton Bonner touchdown runs. The second point-after-touchdown attempt by Carson McCauley failed. And that is where we are. There was no scoring in the first quarter. As Steve mentioned, a pretty tight DeKalb defense here tonight.
That defense did yield 204 yards of total offense for the Lions in the first half compared to 53 for DeKalb. Excuse me, Leo, 98 yards passing versus 24, 106 on the ground versus 29. Penalties was a pretty big part of the first half of action. 3 penalties for 20 yards on Leo, and the Barons were penalized 5 times for a total of 50 yards.
Well, the Lions are going to take possession to begin the second half. Their kick return team's on the field.
And bringing out the kick return team is speedster Trenton Bonner back deep. On either side of him, one level up, is Jason Gauze and Colton Grahovic. Kicker for DeKalb Barons, number 81, 5'8", 140 pounds, Kai Zacharias. He's taking a kind of an odd approach here.
Kai the kicker.
Might onside it. Nope. It was a chip shot to the right, but DeKalb was offsides. So it just highlighted penalties, and before they have any seconds tick off the clock, DeKalb's already 1 penalty in the hole to start the second half. Not exactly what you want.
They will back up 5.
And not exactly what you want if you're Coach Pete Kemp and the coaching staff here for the Barons. Leo, 13 first downs in the first half, only 4 for the Barons. Barons 1 for 4 on third down conversions, and Leo's 4 for 5. Leo did go for it on 4th down in the opening drive as opposed to field goal, and they were unsuccessful on that one. Restivo is 8 for 15, 98 yards passing, and that 1 interception, as we mentioned. Kyle Dunham is 4 for 7 for 24 yards. Bonner's got himself 62 yards on 6 carries. Landon Miller, 23 yards on 6 carries, averaging 3.8 yards in the first half.
Okay, how about Alex Wortman?
And as they get set, Alex Wortman had himself 11 carries for 41 yards.
Okay.
We've seen him with well over 100 yards in an opening half of action, depending on the opponent. But again, you got to tip the cap to the Barons defense. They're doing a good job of bringing the gang tackling, which is pretty much the only way a team is going to bring down Wortman, as we mentioned before. So we'll see if the Barons and Kai go for it again. Walks 10 yards back.
Second half kickoff, take 2.
He's got a 20-yard square there. And now it's an onside. And it's returned. So off the bounce. A great job that time by Max Minnick. It took a nice bounce, just short. The Barons had to let it go 10 yards. Max took it up at about the 39-yard line, so just about a yard short of where it needed to go before DeKalb could touch it. And he went almost untouched except for the kicker. So, wow. A pretty big gamble by Coach Pete Kemp. And obviously, you take gambles to get them to pay off. And unfortunately for the Barons, that one didn't.
Oh, they're at the 19.
I say, yeah, he was less than 60 feet to touchdown land. Brought down by Kai the kicker. Here's Bonner. Jet sweep to the right. We got a penalty on the play. As Bonner's going to take it in for the touchdown, but it's going to come back. And again, that is negated, so the penalties keep on coming. No field too small for Trenton Bonner, folks. We've seen it time and time again. Jet sweep is there or it's not is almost irrelevant. If it's not there, he cuts it back and runs 48 yards to the other side of the field and then goes north. If it's there, well, he's just gone. Nonetheless, the penalty is going to take Leo back to the 31-yard line. 1st and 21. Handoff, Wortman. Blocking up the gut, gets to the second level, stays on his feet. Wortman still going. Gosh, that guy right there, I tell you what. He's fun to watch. He is. Leo did a good job of getting the block up front, led him through that first level, hit the second level with the linebackers, and they didn't do enough to tackle him. Stayed on his feet and took it outside of the sidelines. Leo's got themselves
2nd and 6.
15-yard gain. Yeah, 15-yard pickup there.
So, yeah, that extra effort by Wortman paid off. Because after that penalty, the Lions were really backed up.
Yeah, 1st and 21 from the 31. Now it's a 2nd and a manageable 6 from the 15. Throw one in the end zone there to Colton over in the corner, maybe. Nope, it's a handoff, Wortman again. And nice stop up front by the Barons. It's nobody's home that time. Maybe a gain of 1. So 3rd down, 5 to go. 10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter of action here from Cecil E. Young Field in Waterloo, Indiana. Home of the DeKalb Barons as Restivo comes out in a pistol formation. Looking for Bonner, nothing home. He's got Bonner on the outside of the right and just underthrows him. Not sure if the evening dew was a little too much on the football there for Restivo, but
brings up 4th down and 5.
Yeah, Bonner did a great job that time, realized that his quarterback was in trouble and just continued and extended the route to the sidelines, or toward the sidelines. He had his man beat. If Restivo can get the ball delivered there, that's an easy touchdown for the Lions. But nonetheless, it is 4th down, 14-yard line. I think with the way the defense is playing, maybe you throw McCulley in there for a field goal, but going to go for it. He's got Bonner 1st down and almost had more. Slips down. He's going to be the and goal inside the 5, it looks like.
Okay, they're moving the chains. Already marked up a 1st and goal from the 5.
Right at the 5, okay. So the no punt, no field goal attempt offense of Leo. Now 1 for 2, I believe it is, on 4th down. It's a handoff left side. Nice job that time by Wortman. Makes one guy miss up the middle, and he's in for a Leo touchdown. A big 4th down play there, KJ. Got the conversion.
Set him up with a 1st and goal, and Wortman powered it in.
That's a phrase we've said quite often this year on Voice, watching that guy run. Alex will be back next year, getting those legs tuned up for his senior season. Rolls out Berkeley Yoder. 2-point conversion is good. Trust me, folks, that's what happened. I looked down at the monitor there. It was a little blurry, but nonetheless, a little play action bootleg to the right. Berkeley Yoder in the flats, the end zone flats, nonetheless. And that scoring drive was brought to you by Grable Insurance. They want to provide you with the protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. Visit Grable Insurance at their office on Pony Express Run in the greater metropolitan area of Leo, Indiana. To get the best coverage you can afford, visit Ray Gage or Arnie Myers, Grable Insurance.
So the 2-point conversion came on an A.J. Restivo to Berkeley Yoder pass. Our camera didn't quite pick that one up. And the touchdown, a 5-yard run by Wortman.
Yep, and that's 8 points off turnover from the I take it back. It wasn't really a turnover. It was going to be Leo's ball regardless. They were kicking, but kind of a rough start for the second half action of, if you're a Barons fan, rather. So.
Yeah, the offsides on the kickoff, then the onside kick that Max Minnick returned to the 19. Then the Lions were just able to score from there.
Returned this time, dropped it, and that is a big-time hit there. Nice coverage that time by Peyton Wall as he brings down Lance Barnhart. Barnhart kind of bobbled it about the 10-yard line, was able to regain and got maybe 4 or 5. It's about the 15-yard line. Drop back. Underneath that time, that pass intended for Colin Goebel, and Dunham couldn't make the connection. Pretty decent coverage there by Leo that time. It's going to make it second down and 10 from the 15-yard line. But DeKalb just has to get something going on this drive, I think, if they want to have a chance at getting back in the ball game. Can't wait too long. Looking for all of it. Dunham's got a man over his head. Nice, great catch that time by Colin Goebel. And it's almost like I'm segueing each play. They have to get something going on this drive in particular. And a bomb of, what is that, 15? That's a 45-yard bomb.
Yeah, it puts them in Lion territory at the 40.
A nice pass.
The play of the night so far.
Absolutely, right over his shoulder. And there's a handoff up the gut that time. Cole Althouse met at the line and met hard.
I think 44, Baker.
Yeah, I was going to, GT Baker on the play. Nice job of stuffing the hole that time. Gain of nothing, going to be 2nd and 10. Pistol formation again. Got Althouse directly behind Kyle Dunham. It's going to be a pitch handoff. No, it's a fake. To the outside goes Althouse. He cuts it up. Gets himself about 5 yards. So a nice play, a little misdirection there. A little read option. As he goes to the right side, makes it a much more manageable 3rd and 5. We got 7:40 and counting here. Third quarter action.
And they'll use all 4 downs here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Unless they only need one, and they do. Passed wide open on the outside is Dylan Deller. Nice execution. Leo played a pretty soft cushion on the outside and left that one wide open. He was standing there and just a easy toss and catch and fall forward for another yard for good measure. Read option that time up the gut. That's Althouse, and he is brought down. And that was Castellan on the stop there for the Lions. So I'm a fan of the play calling here, KJ. Pete Kemp's done a pretty good job mixing up on this drive, and the result is the current yard marker. Here's the outside pass, and that was caught and dropped, Colin Goebel. And again, that's on the outside. It was Jason Gauze had a hard time as he attempted to make a break on the receiver. He lost his footing. That's probably the 4th or 5th time we've seen the receivers on the outside freed up by a falling down safety or corner rather. on either side.
Which makes it 3rd and 7.
He's going to air it out. A little touch on this one. And it goes right through the hands of Alec Brunson. Got him turned around. Oh, wow.
No flags?
No. I don't know that it was I mean, both guys were kind of going for the ball, but as Brunson turned around, that was directly through his hands.
Another need to convert situation here.
Right, 4th down. 7 yards to go. Dunham's going to roll out. He's got a little time. He throws a rocket, and he makes good on this time. It's Brunson, and Brunson tries to make a cut. And I tell you, that field has got to be slippery or something down there. He had a nice block on the outside.
He rolled right, and it looked like he was going to tuck the ball and run.
Right, and on the far side of the field, in the neighborhood of that particular block, there is a penalty
here
on the play. Holding on the offense.
A hold on 4th and 7 after a big pass conversion. It was a holding call.
So because of the spot of the hold, they actually gained yards and repeat 4th down. So instead of 4th and 7, it's 4th and 5. What was a 24-yard reception negated. Airing it out again. They had Dillon in the end zone, and it was knocked down by Jason Gauze. He was with him step for step. Not a whole lot you can do there if you're Dylan Deller.
Off the field comes the DeKalb offense. On the field goes the DeKalb defense.
And a nice job that time of coverage. It's those penalties. I mean, we keep talking about penalties. Turned out to be the start of the prior drive with the opening half offsides on the kickoff. And then on a 4th and 7, a penalty negated that long drive as well. A drive that started well back in the Barons' own territory as Restivo is going to start it. Bonner in motion. It is a jet sweep left. Bonner got nowhere because he had to take 3 chop steps to try to turn left. And wound up slipping and falling down, so a loss of a couple on the play. 5:50 and counting here in the 3rd quarter of action. And for honest, reliable auto repair and superior service, visit L&S Alignment. They service all parts for all vehicles, located on Hartzell Road right there in New Haven, where quality isn't. Sorry about that. Well, quality isn't expensive. It's priceless. My phone just started going off kind of randomly. Anyways, Restivo's going to drop back, looking for Bonner on the outside, and that could have and probably should have been picked. A nice defensive effort there on the outside. That's John Bell breaking it up from a near 1st down. Restivo set the record, the school record, earlier the year for most passing yards in a game. I'm sure everybody's waiting me to tell them how many that was, but I can't recall off the top of my head. Thinking it's in the neighborhood of 280. I have to look it up. I know Bonner had like 6 catches for $151 in that game, which I believe was also a school record. Here's Bonner in motion. They fake off of him. Here's Gauze down the middle. Catches it wide open, and here's some more passing yards for Restivo as as Gauze, a little start and stop, and he goes into the end zone for a huge Leo touchdown, 67 yards. And just when DeKalb gets some momentum, and a couple of plays later, 77 yards, take that back. Ball's on the 23-yard, 77-yard pitch and catch to Jason Gauze from A.J. Restivo. So, Carson McCauley C-Mac Carson Carmack. Like, show me the Carmack or Carfax. No, that's Carfax. Yeah, well, maybe we'll just go C-Mac from now on. Anyways, puts it through, and Leo is on top now, 28-0. Third quarter action continues to tick away at about 5:05 on the clock remaining. And that was a very big play. Brought to you by Marco's Pizza. For authentic Italian pizza you can taste and smell and all that. Visit Marco's Pizza in Leo. Dine in or carry out. They do catering and parties and stuff and things. Place your order now. Marcos.com, Markos.com, or use the old telephone, 260-627-2227. Marcos. Fine pizza. Fine pizza.
Well, as Mac prepares to kick.
Mac Carson knocks one deep. This is going to be at the 10-yard line again. He's got us some space. And Dekalb has been really good at getting the first level blocking on those kickoffs. We've seen some pretty good field position. That time it was taken by Landon Miller. As I hear a couple of people say here, it's Miller time. Takes it out to the 40-yard line.
I think it's the Miller family that's saying that.
Very well could be. And in no way is that related to the popular adult beverage tagline that you may have heard before. Nonetheless, Kyle Dunham in the backfield, Landon Miller behind him. Dunham up the gut. Not a whole lot going there. G.T. Baker on the stop there for the Lions. Nice job that time on the interior. Again, these Lions linebackers doing a very good job of following up right behind the big defensive line we talked about earlier, KJ. It's really had a solid impact on that goose egg that Dekalb has on the board. Looking to the outside. It's a catch. That is number 25, Dylan Deller. I can't help but think of that commercial with Dilly Dilly. Anyways, funny commercial. Nonetheless, first, we're going to look at third down. 4 yards to go, 46-yard line. Dunham. Nice block that time by Miller. Able to get outside. Only a very minimal game. Colin Goebel, but he was able to get outside, save himself a little time. Fourth down. We'll see what play they draw up. There is zero chances that they're going to punt the ball. As you see, Alec Brunson, number 3, bottom screen. Not lining up for the punt.
There's a first down.
And a donated first down by the Lions. Is that a hard count? I didn't see it.
No. Well, he was drawn off.
Effectively drawn off.
Effectively, yes.
So with that, moves the Barons inside the 50-yard line into Leo territory, called the 49, 48-ish. They need the ish thing on the scoreboard there, 48-ish.
We're approaching the 4-minute mark in the third quarter. They're down by 4 touchdowns.
It's going to be a keeper. Picked up about 3 on the play. Kyle Dunham decided to keep. Call it second of long 6 or short 7. Call it second 7.
I think you said he was 1 for 4 in the first half, and he 1 for Second half, he's had several completions, including that big one, right?
Yeah, definitely. And here's another one.
Another big one.
And that's hauled in by Brunson that time. We do have a penalty. We'll see who that's going to be called on. That could very well be offensive, as both the defender, as Jaden Haney, went up there with Brunson. Brunson came down with it. We'll have to see which way they saw it. It is going to be a penalty on Leo as the referees look over to Dekalb to gain acceptance or decline the penalty, and they're going to take the result of the play. That went from the 46 inside the 20-yard line, about a 30-yard gain, to the 16. They fake a jet sweep. They go up the gut again. It's Miller time.
For about a 4-yard gain.
For about a 4-yard gain.
Approaching the 3-minute mark in this quarter number 3. Barron's making a serious run at the end zone now.
Yeah, and it's the only type of run they can afford to make is a serious one. Swings out. Dunham has to cut it up. Gets past one and gets kind of sandwiched in between Castellan and Heber. I tell you what, that's a couple of good-sized pieces of bread if that's a sandwich, and he nearly has the first down.
Oh, it's going to be 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. His helmet came off is what it was.
3rd and 2.
In that sandwiching effect, his helmet came off, and now Peyton Stout, who had the big pick at the end of the first half, is going to check in at quarterback. He's 6 foot 170, 170-pound junior. So because his helmet came off, KJ, by rule, you have to sit out one play, the next play.
Out one play, and he hands it off.
Oh, and what looked like it could have been a first down was easily thwarted. That was Jaden Elwood. Put the big hit on Landon Miller that time.
He hit a wall.
Yeah, a pride of Lions on the stop.
Now we've got 4th.
And now...
And 2.
Yep, now Kyle Dunham is back in.
I think they're going to go for the end zone right here.
You can make a case for either one. If you can take a shot for the end zone, well, we got to score, right? If you go for a little run up the gut, which very well may happen, although Leo's showing like they're stacking the box. We've seen Landon, and they set up a screen. Oh, and out of nowhere is Brunson. He cuts it up the gut, and he's in for the touchdown. A nicely designed play. Leo was kind of chose to blitz at the wrong time, but hey, it's 4th and 2. I like bringing everybody. It was a nice play call, able to set up the screen to a cutting Alec Brunson, and Brunson did the rest. As the Barons connect on a really solid drive. Ate up some clock, which isn't your best friend, being down by 4 scores. But nonetheless, they're going to have Kai Zacharias try and catch one through. The snap was okay. The hold wasn't so much. And Colin Goebel unable to get the snap down for the extra point, and Leo makes a stop, but a 6-point effort out of that drive. And DeKalb now finds themselves
on the board.
On the board and down by only 22. I say only because we still got a $1:25 left here in the third quarter and a full fourth quarter of action. And if the game was over at 3, they wouldn't play 4. That's what I was told one time anyhow.
They needed that.
Yeah. If you're trying to get healthy, might join the Y there, KJ. I don't know. I've been told that when you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility like some other places. You're a part of something greater. You know, take the first step toward a healthier you. Join the Y. The YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne, for that matter. For a list of programs available, visit fwymca.org. That's fwymca.org. ymca.org.
And I know the camera is focused on the field, but if the camera could show Steve Roberts right now, he was making the letters YMCA over his head with his arms.
Right.
As he did the announcement.
I had to go fast because I kind of talk fast reading the liners there, but
there's
the squib kick it, and it does bounce off. Picked up nicely.
Number 3, Wortman.
That guy has seen a football or two. He knows how to fall on him.
Leo will start this drive at their own 34-yard line. Just over a minute remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, so Pete Kemp and the Barron defense hoping to pull off a stop here. Again, 1:22 left here in the third quarter. The Barons find themselves down by 22 after getting on the board in the last drive. Wortman still taking a whole mess of Barons with him.
I don't know how many yards he gained, but he broke probably more tackles than he got yards gained.
That's pretty fair.
And the DeKalb fans were
from the line of scrimmage to where
disappointed.
it's at, right. So that was a gain of 5, and I guarantee he broke 6 or 7 tackles. As soon as he got the ball handed off, he was hit instantly. Fell off of him. Another guy came up, ran through him. 3-4 more guys come and tackle him, and he's still going forward. Then they just start trying to strip the ball at that point. They're like, well, the guy's not going to go down. See if I can get a fumble out of it. Nonetheless, Al Wortman in the backfield. It's a counter to the left. Leo loves this play. And this is why Wortman, he's in the open field. He's got a few Barons on him and runs over a couple down inside the 25-yard line.
Wortman equals workhorse at this point.
Yeah, it's about a 37-yard gain, plus or minus. A huge play. And I mentioned that Leo loved to run that play. It's just a 45 counter left or a 46 counter right. Maybe I got the numbers wrong. That's what it was when I used to run that play. Anyway, it's a jab step in the backfield by the tailback. The line shows going one way, and then he just reverses field. So he jab steps to the right on that one, takes it to the left off the tackle, and the big play is going to take us to the end of the third quarter. And we'll be right back after a couple of messages from our sponsors on the VoiceSportsNetwork.com and AllenCountyVoice.com.
TW Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. TW Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360.
Thank you, TW Fable, as well as all the other lovely broadcast sponsors we have here. Once again, Kevin Yale, to my left, bringing you the moving pictures and colors. My name is Steve Roberts, yakking a little bit, moving scores around, changing this to start of the fourth quarter.
As the 2017 regular season is about to come to an end. One more quarter of play, and then it's postseason time.
Let's see, Restivo chucked one out to the outside. That was Grahovic. Picked up 9 on the play, and Leo threatening again.
Yeah, this field position set up by the big Wortman run that took place right as the third quarter was ending.
Yeah. Which is exactly who is in the backfield behind Restivo. He's going to get this handoff up the gut. Carries the pile for a few more, and a clear first down about the 9-yard line.
put the ball on the 9, give the Lions a 1st and goal situation. Clock at 11 minutes. Sometime during the 4th quarter, we'll look at the sectional matchups.
As they could turn out to be some pretty interesting games, KJ. Here's a toss to Wortman, left side. Patiently sets up the block. A nice job that time by Berkeley Yoder setting up the block. And Wortman goes in for the Leo touchdown.
9-yard Alex Wortman run. Let's see if McCauley can convert.
C-Mac going to tee it up here from extra point land, which in high school is 20 yards from about the 10. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it's good. So Leo, off the legs and the nonstop legs of Alex Wortman, turn a long run at the end of the quarter into a pass out on the outside to Grahovic, a couple more runs, and turn it into 7 points.
Leo kickoff team ready to tee it up once again.
Brought to you by the University of St. Francis is the scoreboard that you're looking at. University of St. Francis, known for quality academic options and dedicated professors, you'll discover the perfect program to fit your interest and goals. See for yourself what USF has to offer. Visit online at sf.edu. That's sf.edu. Go Cougars. 10:39. Seems to be academic from here.
Left-legged Mack going to tee it up.
Carmack. Here it is deep again, and a good job of getting through the line that time. That was number 21 for Leo. I haven't called that number. Gavin James. Nice job on the play there, Gavin. Bringing down Lance Barnhart on the return. So they're averaging close to 20 yards a return, is because when they get the ball to the 10, they just don't see really any force or anybody creeping through or being hit, as it seems. Swing pass outside. Dylan Deller again. He's chucked out of bounds by Goss. And KJ, I think that play is going to be open almost all night. We've seen it pretty consistently all night, just in the coverage that Leo has shown up to this point. And a nice job by Dunham getting it out to him. Lost his name for a second. I've only been calling him his name all night. So roll out, nice play. There's Brunson, and he is hit hard that time. Nice job. That was Bonner on the tackle. No, it wasn't. That was Colton Grahovic on the tackle. But not before a barren first down. So what seems academic at sometimes isn't always. Handoff up the gut. That was a hard pop that time. Castellan put on him almost a little helmet to helmet. This looks like Castellan's okay. But a good run up the gut there. A nice hard hit. Kind of you versus me, let's do this with Cole Althouse and Ty Castellan that time. Second down, 8 yards to go. 9 minutes on the game clock in regulation. 43-yard line. Drops back, blindside pressure again. And here is Brunson to the outside, and he is going to go all the way. A 57-yard touchdown for the Barons.
A big strike.
Don't go to sleep yet, folks. A very big strike that time from Kyle Dunham. And now Alec Brunson with his second touchdown catch of the game, and that one went for 57 yards. You probably wanted to start him on your fantasy team, KJ, just saying. That's a nice stat line for him. As Dunham is going to line up with the offense, clearly got to get the 2-point conversion to go. 8:53 left in the game.
And who is the receiver on that 57-yard pass from Dunham to
Alec Brunson?
Brunson.
Flips it out to the outside, and it was nearly picked off. Had a couple guys standing in there, and we do have a penalty. Looks like it's going to be an illegal man downfield, I believe. Yep, the pat on the head is the referee signal for.
The Lions will obviously decline. PAT fails.
So nice job that time of, hey, you just got to get some points on the board. You got to take some shots. And once again, as Dunham dropped back, he had time except for around this blind side. He got the pass off just in time. It was off the fingertips last time, but that play was totally good to Brunson. Brunson is.
And you got the roster handy. Is Brunson a senior?
No.
Okay.
Yes. I take that back. He is a senior.
I was just going to say, is he finishing his senior night in style?
Yeah, absolutely. A couple touchdown catches and definitely a hard runner. That big fourth down play they had earlier when he almost scored a touchdown, that was negated by a holding call. That would have been another feather in the cap for Mr. Brunson. I'm sorry, Brunson. He does have a grandfather named Charles, though. That is a fact. Onside kick, squibbed and squibbed through, and Leo is able to recover. Actual former customer of mine in the business that I'm in. He owns Captain's Cabin.
Sure.
Up
at Crooked Lake.
Crooked Lake, he owns that. Chuck, if you're watching, how you doing? Steve Roberts. You might remember me. Chuck and Sarah do a great job. Chuck's son, Jason, also co-owner there, is the head chef, and Jason is the father of Alec.
Okay.
So, yeah. Great food, great place to eat at, and a great bunch of people. But Restivo's going to take it from the 35, hand off, and full speed ahead for Wortman for about 5. Excuse me. So each team has 3 timeouts remaining, which is one of the things I like about the Barons scoreboard. They do have the little timeout indicators by the score there. Not something you see every venue you visit.
The Leo Lion offense, primarily the starting unit still on the field. Not primarily, it is the starting unit.
Yes, it in fact is their starting unit, right. They need to make sure they chew this clock down. There's the counter play that went big last time. Wortman still on his feet trying to get out of there. Technically still not down. He's on his hands and toes. And you got to think they're going to see a continual healthy dose of Wortman the rest of this game to eat up the clock, regardless if Dekalb scores again or not. As we approach the 7:30 mark here in the fourth quarter. Once again, Kevin Yale, alongside myself, Steve Roberts, on VoiceSportsNetwork.com and AllenCountyVoice.com. Leo on the road this evening in Waterloo as Restivo drops back. He's pressured, slips away, rolls out. He's got a man on the outside. That's Trenton Bonner, and a first down, a big play for the Lions. Inside Barron, I was going to say Vikings. Who's a Viking? Inside Barron territory for the first down. And I tell you what, Justin Niles, the big 5'11", 220 D lineman, got through that line pretty easily and almost ate Restivo's lunch for him. But it was a good job of escaping. He was able to get out of it and find an open Bonner to extend the drive as well as dwindle the clock.
Advance the clock.
Yeah, so we're at 6:50. Inside 6:45 now. Restivo, Wortman, stiff arms 1, stiff arms 2, stiff arms 3, still on his feet. Another, literally stiff arm 3. Barons on his way to a 12-yard gain. Maybe 13.
That'd be a good time to recognize that offensive line of the Lions. They're giving Wortman something to work with there.
Yep. I was, in fact, going to just kind of highlight that a little bit. I was going to say, when the line's doing what they're doing and you got a runner like that, it's just fun to watch, when it comes together. The old Hannibal saying, love it when a plan comes together. Anyways.
Steve, that was an A-team reference. And
Yes, in fact.
Way to represent that.
That's my alarm clock every morning when I wake up.
The Lions seem content to put it away by Wortman, and a little more Wortman.
Healthy dose.
As the time continues to come off the clock, 5.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, here it is. Every morning. Tell me you wake up to that and you don't get pumped up.
I would be pumped up, but I'd still need coffee.
Right. Apologies.
It's not a substitute for coffee.
Apologies to Warner Brothers or whoever makes that A-Team show. Hopefully no copyright infringements will apply as we post this to YouTube. If you're joining us on YouTube right now on the replay, thank you for joining us. If you're watching us live, which is
what we
more
hope.
present than YouTube, I guess I kind of say this nearly a lot. If you're watching us on YouTube, you're actually in the future right now watching us, so it's not likely Friday the 13th. Anyways, Either way, thank you for tuning in, folks.
But the Voice Network. The Voice Network has value in the present tense. People who can't make it to the game can follow, but in the past tense, as you said, watching those replay games.
Right, big play over the middle to Livingston on a deep in route. Nice job by Restivo. Once again, that offensive line gave Restivo plenty of time to do what he needed to do. Arlen Coleman, Kyle Miazga, Isaac Berghoff, Jacob Van Leeuwen, and Tom Bush doing it up front for the Lions. They average about 235 on the front line. No small boys up there. And they know how to use the athleticism to get set up for where they need to. As the handoff goes up the gut to Berkeley Oder. And he's going to have about 6, and that's going to, I won't say that's going to do it, but that's going to pretty much make it very difficult at 3:40. And the clock's still ticking for the Barons to mount a proverbial comeback, as one more first down, I believe, would pretty much make it academic. We got 20 seconds to play clock, 3:30 in the game. So they only need to run probably about 4 or 5, probably 6 or 7 more plays. It's a handoff that time. Now we do talk about, we did talk about the Leo starters. Now we have Grayson LaRock. Smell what LaRock is cooking right there. He handed the ball off. That was Bryce Hanshew. So do you have a few substitutions?
There we go.
The whole, you see a lot of clean jerseys, put it that way. A lot of clean uniforms right now.
LaRock at quarterback, Hanshew at halfback next to him. Hanshew with the carry.
Keeping his feet going, unable to get it. The first down, that is. So after Leo can call a timeout right here, it's going to be 4th down and 5 from the 20-yard line. Clock is at 2:25. Play clock is at 25 seconds now, so they can take it down underneath 2 minutes on this play here, and with a 35-12 lead. That'll pretty much do it for the season finale.
And it's time to mention that the Lions will travel to New Haven next Friday night for round 1 of sectional play.
Play action keeper. LaRock to the outside. He gets down and stays in bounds, but...
Or did he?
Well, I mean... Yeah, I'm not sure if he...
Dekalb is making a...
Nonetheless.
Unit substitution on the defensive end. Some of those seniors coming off the field.
Well, he didn't get the first down, so...
Oh, that's not the unit substitution. That's
the
offensive unit taking the field.
Right.
All right.
Nonetheless. 1 minute, 53 seconds here left in the ball game. DeKalb takes the field. Looks like they have some several of second string players in there as well. Corey Price, a freshman, 5'9", 150. He's a quarterback in there now. Hands the ball up the gut. That's Jace Griffith. Sorry about that, Griffith family. Jace, not Jason. Short gain of 3, call it 2nd and 7. Clock still running. Approaching 1 minute and 20 seconds here in the ball game. Run up the middle again. There's Jace Griffith, a nice play, and that is a first down. So you like to see the younger gentleman getting some action. Jace Griffith, just a sophomore.
That first down stops the clock. We're at 1:14.
Yep.
The clock resumes.
Corey Price, quarterback, and Jace Griffith, running back, number 87 and number 60, respectively. Hand off again to Griffith, and he is brought down in the backfield. A nice tackle for loss there.
45 made the tackle.
Yep, that's Luke McCullin. McCullen. We have no lights in here, folks. I can't read. Luke McCullin.
Under a minute remaining in the regular season.
So a pretty hard-fought game. I think the penalties dictated a lot. Had a couple of turnovers here and there, but pretty good overall effort by the Lions in getting this victory. And that was Logan Hunt, number 26 on the run. That time for the Barons. Bunch of the Barons fan calling for a face mask. There we go. Think I saw a little face mask on that last one too, but ref didn't have a good view nonetheless. 3rd down and 4. We got 16 seconds left, and this will likely do it, folks. It's going to be a handoff up the gut. There's Logan. Up the middle, and they gave him enough for the first down. They do blow it dead as they're going to move the chains. 8.8 seconds, so this maybe will be the last play of the game. Again, thanks everybody for joining us. We do appreciate your viewership as well as the sponsors. And the ball is fumbled. That time Logan Hunt didn't get the ball fully received. And folks, that will do it. So as Leo travels up to DeKalb, they have a very solid showing.
And come away with a 35-12 victory. Ending the season at 6-3.
7-2.
7-2.
Right?
Yeah.
They were just 6-2 just a minute ago, and then they won this one?
7-2.
7-2. All right. Hey, we'll be right back with the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne player of the game. I'll get some stats sent over to me from the stat guys upstairs, Brian Kaler and Lee Houts, a.k.a. Lou Holtz. And we will be right back after a few words from our sponsors, and we'll wrap this thing up.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. TW Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. TW Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
TW Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. TW Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
Boy, how about that Marco's Pizza?
Marco's Pizza in Leo.
Great. Great stuff. Good evening and welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast of VoiceSportsNetwork.com. Steve Roberts alongside Kevin Yale, going to finish this up and bring you the post-game show brought to you by the University of St. Francis. What do we got for post-game?
For our post-game show, the Lions come away with a 35-12 victory. No scoring in the first quarter. Second quarter, the Lions got the scoring underway. At the 10:04 mark, a 37-yard Bonner run and a McCauley kick.
Carson McCauley, a.k.a.
He's
Mac.
He's Mac.
A.k.a.
I'm calling him
C-Mac. You don't like C-Mac?
I'm calling him Mac McCauley. It may not stick, Steve, but I'm going to call it.
Fair enough.
At the 2-minute and 58-second mark in the second quarter, a 4-yard run by Bonner. This time the kick failed. The Lions took a 13-0 lead into the locker room at halftime. Opened up the third quarter scoring. Alex Workman of Leo with a 5-yard run. Then Restivo connected with Berkeley Yoder on a 2-yard conversion pass. Followed by a 77-yard pass to Jason Gauze from A.J. Restivo. Mac McCauley made the kick. DeKalb got on the board late in the third quarter. A 5-yard touchdown pass to Brunson. The kick failed. And finally, in the fourth quarter at the 10:39 mark, a 9-yard Workman run, a McCauley kick. And just when you thought it was over, DeKalb scored again. At the 8:55 mark, a 57-yard pass from Dunham to Mr. Brunson again. The PAT failed. 35 for the Lions, 12 for the Barons. The Lions end the season not at 6-3, but at 7-2.
Exactly.
The Barons end their season at 3-6. The Barons on their way to Northwood in Napanee next week to take on the Northwood Panthers in their sectional play.
That's a tough game.
And the Lions, speaking of tough games,
right,
on their way to East Allen County School rival New Haven to take on the Bulldogs at John Young Field.
Which we won't have for you, as mentioned before.
There will be other media there.
Yep.
I believe there's New Haven media. And pay $5, go support the Lions in person.
Right, right.
And you can go to Rack and Helen's afterwards.
Exactly, and you can always watch some highlights on the local television station of your choice. A few quick offensive stats. Total offense for both teams. Leo had 426 yards combined compared to 264 for New Haven. Passing game was nearly even, 215 to 190, so a pretty small disparity there. But what really did it was the rushing. So the defensive line was able to stop the running backs Miller and company, only giving up 74 yards total while putting up 211 yards themselves. Excuse me. Alex Workman had himself a pretty large game. 22 attempts, 140 yards, averaged 6.4 a carry, and scored 2 touchdowns. Trenton Bonner also picked up 61 yards on 7 attempts and a couple of touchdowns himself. So, great job.
A tip of the hat to that Leo offensive line.
Indeed.
And a lot of Workman effort. Workman rhymes with workman. If it doesn't, it should.
Yeah. And we could just slide a little K
Alex
in between
Workman.
Workman. Like, we can make that work. But, yeah, I mean, it's like a broken record with me and talking about this guy. I wouldn't say
player.
Kid. This player. Talking about this guy, he just doesn't stop running and doesn't stop moving his legs. And, again, you got to tip the cap to everybody up front for Leo, as well as the receivers down the way. We talked about them, setting up Trenton Bonner on that 37-yard jet sweep, how he was patient and let the receivers get out there and set their blocks, and he just did the rest. But a nice effort overall for the season finale, where Leo is a winner, 35-12. And that brings us to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne Player of the Game. And that is going to go to none other than Alex.
I was going to say, it's kind of like root beer, the initials A and W.
Yeah, there it is. Well, there you go. And 10 seconds before we leave the broadcast, but he's going to be back next year. So A and W, root beer. We'll just call him root beer from now on because he's like a little barrel, anyways. The hits go on. But yeah, Alex Workman as well as the entire offensive line: Arlen Coleman, Kyle Miazga, Isaac Berghoff, Jacob Van Loo, and Tom Bush. They did a phenomenal job of controlling the tempo and giving Alex Workman basically a chance to get every yard that he got. So, players of the game there, congratulations, gentlemen. And in the final hours and seconds of the broadcast, just want to thank Kevin Yale for joining me on the
You're welcome, Steve.
shortest roadie that we have to make calling these games. But yeah, I do enjoy our time in the booth together, and I want to thank everybody else again for watching and all the great sponsors that help make this possible. So For Kevin Yale, my name is Steve Roberts. And that'll do it for 2017 Leo Lion football, folks, on the VoiceSportsNetwork.com and AllenCountyVoice.com. Good evening.